What are you doing?
Taking the attendance on there.
You can't count.
Here we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
GWTC hasn't event. It hasn't started yet. Oh, live chat.
77 thoughts I had
Yes,
while
no,
watching
live
season
chat.
5, episode 2 of Game of Thrones. Thought number 3. I think the Game of Thrones intro was made to be the perfect amount of time to get a glass of wine.
Hello. Here we go. Your wife?
Who's looking
Is it all presented?
No one.
Zero-
I'm the only one looking at it. It still doesn't count me.
Together.
Starting.
Yeah, let's just start.
Elliot, you're here.
Oh
Like,
shit! Brianna the boss has to be. I don't think anyone would be safe chilling with someone in new. Does anyone watch Game of Thrones?
No, but Professor Shemshak does.
Did you watch the one from last night?
No, no.
What? Oh, your shirt says Elliott
Game of
School of
Thrones.
International
Game of Thrones? Helper?
Game of Thrones.
Okay.
OMG, he just stabs the wall and someone's
Game of Chandeliers.
chilling.
Game of Fancy Chairs.
We can't present this laptop. Wait, it's frozen. It's like cooking. It's terrible. It's always hot.
still 0 people watching.
Yeah.
It's only because Sammy can't watch.
Was Jeff at Sammy's event on Wednesday?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Why did he use
Because you are seeing things.
Oh, what's that? What's that?
You could just watch the video. See if it's there.
that is very
The
good.
video thing that he just opened.
When your parents sound like this, you get the stuff on this laptop.
Love how that's going to be the background.
Yeah.
For all the people watching.
More interesting right now.
When I say we get it, you say bitch. We get it. Alright, fine. Okay. Okay. Alright, it sounds good. Okay, now answer this.
Apparently, the laptop took 420. Can you just go
Brandon wanted a live stream.
I don't know why he's
You'll stop talking.
didn't get that alive.
What are we supposed
Yeah,
to do?
that's why they're getting rid of it. Because they're so bad.
Like, honestly, we're debating not
Well,
having a
I got
meeting
40
today.
seconds.
Like 5 minutes ago.
It's the same product.
Well,
Alright, it's
guys, so this is 420. What is the significance of 420? Like, I mean, it's a
Special herb.
marijuana, it's a marijuana enthusiast celebration.
No, but
day,
what's
like,
the original?
Oh, yeah, what does that 420 means? It's just a number.
There's like so many rumors.
No idea.
Should look it up.
So I'm guessing the,
I
it was
know.
the effects of the marijuana induced.
Yeah.
I just remember.
She knows the
A
story.
story behind
I know. Okay, I know.
I like the one where like the
So,
It's
or is
from
it
my
like-
like local high school.
Or
Yeah, like
was it
the
like
high school.
somebody that was high was just like, oh, 420, that means something.
no, it's like high schoolers like got together after school like
Yeah. Okay.
or
So like,
20 p.m. or something
there's
like
my
that.
local high school, which is like Santa Fe outside of San Francisco.
Yeah.
Like the police code
Makes
for
sense.
smoking marijuana was like, oh, we have like a 420 over here, and then the kids
Or
like
that one.
got like wind of it, and then they started smoking like at 420. And, like making fun of that. And then they were called the Waldos. These guys made this up.
Ralph
Because they're hard
Waldo.
to find.
Anyways, so this meeting,
But they're doing it at the same
we're now
time.
calling to order.
No,
Is anyone
it's not
watching?
disorder.
Zero. There's still 0 viewers. For
So exciting
reference.
thing. So 2 weeks ago, we discussed this whole issue of this end of the year budget thing. There was sort of deadline put on us where you need to spend your money or else we're taking it back. So
We spent all our monies.
we spent all our money. Basically, what we did was we invested in some things to try and make it so we can have an awesome time next year. So this is just sort of a quick run through of what we decided to purchase. So right off the bat, got 10 Arduinos.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
We've done a lot of Arduino workshops in the past. One of the issues has been not everybody owns one, so it's a lot easier if we have some that we can sort of bring to events
Arduino.
and let people actually interact and code, do different things with them.
That one's not the 3rd revision though. Never mind.
What do you mean by third division?
They moved the reset button.
Reset.
Actually, we got a couple of these NeoPixel RGB LED sticks. Basically, what these are some super bright RGB LEDs that are individually addressable, so you can set each one to a different color independently.
Is that far back?
Usually using an Arduino.
Yes,
Okay, okay. Yeah,
Video's like 10 minutes
You
later.
use an Arduino.
Wait, can you like?
We got these because we're
Fast.
hoping to do a larger workshop. There's these long, like meter-long to 5-meter-long strips of these that you can buy on like Amazon and eBay and stuff. So we're just sort of looking into what an ideal project with that would be.
So we'll play around with these and figure it out.
Would you like, but then, would you use like multiplexing or something to control all LEDs or?
It's the way it's set up. There's a controller for each of the LEDs, and they're connected in series. And what you do is you send a bit stream down them, and they have a 21-bit color code that gets held in a register for each one of the controllers. So you can set.
Or like there's an Arduino controller or like just a
There's
controller.
a
Okay,
IC
Okay.
next to each one of
okay,
those
okay.
Oh, and
Wow.
that holds a value. So basically, you just shift a ton of bits down the line, and each one will set it to whatever color.
The live stream's like 10 minutes behind.
Awesome.
this one.
So the next thing we bought was something
I
I
heard
pushed
this
for a little bit,
farther
which
ahead
are
than
stepper
mine.
motor drivers. These are
So much for
basically
live.
Is anyone actually watching it?
I mean, like we
What?
are.
One.
This
That's
one's like
hard.
5 minutes
These are
behind.
just
That one's like
8-grid
30
chips. We got these because we got the Arduinos. Something we haven't really done with Arduinos in a while is stuff like motor workshops. So in order to drive motors, you need an IC that can actually handle the current to do that. So these can actually handle either one stepper motor or 2 DC motors, and it lets you drive them in or in reverse, and you pulse width modulation and all that fun stuff to control the speed of the motors.
You got 10 of them. Woo!
Yes.
What's a step?
So a stepper motor
More
is
control.
a
More precise.
pulse-controlled motor where you can send a pulse train into it, and each time you send a pulse, it will step the rotation of the motor by a set number of degrees.
So it's very precise.
They're typically used on like 3D printers to shift things because you can tell it to move a precise distance. So a DC motor, you tell it to basically spin up and it goes. You have to, a DC motor, you just apply voltage and it goes. You can stutter the voltage to slow it down, but it's not going to move a precise. You can try to time it and say like, oh, it sort of moves like 10.
Or you'd have to use an encoder or something like that.
Okay.
Well, the stepper motor, you literally send 10 pulses and it moves. Like if you're micro stepping, you can move like fractions of a degree, like precisely. Another thing we got were 50555 timer ICs. This is sort of in preparation for that mini Moog synthesizer workshop we're trying to do.
What synthesizer?
Moog.
Isn't it Moog?
No, it's Moog.
It's Moog.
It's move.
I thought it was Moog.
You
Move.
can set him to the talk with the code creator, so you know how it's pronounced now.
He was at Maker.
So we're gonna use
What?
those for that. There's a ton of other things you can do with 555 timers. Like there's a similar thing that you can probably do that in Bob Whittler thing. So the guy that made the LM741 is a legend in the analog circuit world. He made like an annoyatron where basically if people talk loudly in the room, it starts emitting a louder and louder high-pitched tone. So when they stop talking loud, it goes away, and then when they start talking, it fires up again. So you had a lot of fun little circuits.
There's a lot you can do with 555.
Music's one thing. There's up to make clocks. They're not the most accurate thing for timing. Other thing we got are LM386 audio amplifiers. So aside from the 741s that we usually use as op amps, these are the ones we always use for the audio projects. Take the circuit theory class, you have to use one of these. We're going to use these in conjunction with the 555s to make the audio projects. And if we decide to do any other audio projects, we can use these. For example, we used these when we did the mid-range piece project. Other thing we got 200 push buttons.
200. Nice.
I want to get bigger ones,
What are we making?
We're pushing push buttons.
All
All
200
price
all
on these, so we got a
all
ton
200 of Mark's buttons.
because we're figuring with the little organ project, we'll
It's like enough for
so you
two.
can do a full octave on a
Well,
piano.
that's not enough.
I wanted an 88 keys.
We're gonna set it up so you can probably click up octaves and stuff. Still a work in progress, but figure which button is used for all sorts of things. They're fun if you're doing Arduino, like intro stuff, to turn LEDs on and off, or to read button pushes. That's reading button pushes is actually something you have to learn how to do in microcontrollers. You learn how to do bounce. You want to do it the right way. Got the glow supplies. Cassidy finally gave us the
Not
pricing for that.
Whoa.
What?
We finally had the ability to buy them.
I'm saying, I only got the price.
Finally got the price.
So next
That's
semester,
all of you.
we have
We
it's
might
a glow
actually
shop
do
coming
this.
up that's not by us. So we're happy to have.
What is
Glow
coaster?
Oh, the glow coaster. Yeah, the glowing
You've seen
coaster
it
is
as something.
basically it's a UV reactive glowing powder that you mix in with epoxy.
So you stick it in the sun and then it glows.
Yellow cocaine.
We have actually
like-
ultra green
Yeah.
cocaine,
Blue, green, purple.
and then purple
Purple is not
cocaine,
very
and then pure blue
How is
cocaine.
That doesn't look blue.
That's everything we bought.
Shush.
Lots of stuff.
It's just as yellow as the green.
Shush, shush. That looks gray.
Done with your powder.
Oh, am I done displaying my cocaine options? Yes.
What's
This is a lot.
Coca-Cola originally made from cocaine?
What?
Coca-Cola?
Coca-Cola
Calcula?
Sorry, yeah, that's true.
has nothing to do with the.
Calcula. Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola has nothing to do with cocaine.
Coca-Cola.
Like, Coca-Cola's everywhere.
That's
So
a
it's
soda.
nothing to do with international.
River has this a little bit.
Aww.
Coca-Cola is not illegal.
So, work sync.
Good help.
So
We'll talk
exciting.
more about this next semester probably when we figure out what we're using it for. But it looks like it's going to be very useful. So right now, what you should all do is go on to WorkSync, log in with your GW credentials, search for GW Tech Collective, and join. So that way, whenever we do start really putting stuff on there and doing more through WorkSync, you'll see what we're doing and be able to work with us on that. I mean, we can set up everything we do on kind of Eventbrite now. It looks like we'll be able to do through WorkSync. Looks like we'll be able to have kind of a storefront, so if we want to sell kits and stuff ourselves through there, it looks like we should be able to do that. We'll have to see. It's supposed to go live July 1st, so we'll see what exactly we're able to do with it. But for right now, you can sign up on there and join us.
So what exactly does OrgSync do?
It's GW's way of trying to network all the organizations and put them in an easy to find area so that people who are interested in joining orgs can find the orgs and what they're about. It's basically to allow anyone who
It simplifies finding orgs for someone who just wants to see what they're interested in. It simplifies being a member of an org because all of the information should be kind of in a focused central spot for you. For every org you're in, you don't have to go to Facebook for Tech Collective and to your emails for other orgs that we won't mention because we're promoting other orgs. You don't have to. Exactly. You don't have to gotta go to all these different places for different things in your org. You don't have to go to Facebook and the website and update things. OrgSync, you can run a website through OrgSync where it takes all the events you have set up in there, files and whatnot. You can sync them to your website. So we're hoping it's going to be easier to manage on our part and also easier for members.
better for others.
Will we be able to sync our email list with this, or not sync, but like have our emails based off this? So if someone wants to unsubscribe, they can just take their name off of
Yeah.
the group and everything. Is that a
Uh,
possibility?
if we get
Everyone
all of our
on,
current
right.
members to sign up on OrgSync, then we could move our emailing through OrgSync. Yes. But we're going to have a bunch of names on our current email list that aren't in OrgSync that you're still going to want to email through Google or Yahoo. We need to fix our Google group that's currently what we're emailing to because Google's got issues
I find that this semester started getting
like names that don't appear on there that I can't remove when people want to get off the list. I can't get them off the list right now. They can just
They have to leave themselves.
do what?
So I think they have to leave themselves.
No,
We
not
can't.
really. Elliot, you got a question?
Yeah, so you said you can set up like events and things through here instead of through Facebook or Eventbrite. What sort of, I don't know if you know the answer to this question, but what sort of discoverability does this have compared to Facebook or Eventbrite where people can just, either search around people who are like generally familiar with Tech Collective and be like, oh, this is happening. Because we have like a huge amount of people in our Facebook group who never come to anything, but will like come to a random event because they saw it on Facebook.
That's the one limitation I see in OrgSync, that it's
Sure.
only kind of restricted to students and it
Well, no,
doesn't
there's a
seem to
Facebook
have-
share button right there. So we must no, I'm saying we must be able to share what we have on OrgSync to our Facebook page if we really wanted to.
Yeah.
And then everyone else will see
I
it.
mean, we can do the same thing we've been doing, just put stuff in multiple places. But I don't think there's like any direct link to say connect to your current Facebook page. Any event you post here just gets posted.
So, well, I guess then if I'm just some student who hears about Tech Collective events coming up and say I don't know about the website or anything, and I go on OrgSync and I'm not a member of Tech Collective on OrgSync, can I just
You can still see everything.
I can just see stuff.
Yeah, there's like a master calendar that shows like all of us.
If I went from here and clicked on GW, that takes me to like the CSE
To
page.
all of the.
And then on the right hand side, you'll see our events because no one else is really looking up there. I still don't think anyone else has put much up there.
It's gonna be a lot nicer to not only see what we're doing, but on other
So it's like it's your quality. Okay. Do I have to be a GW? I see like
You have to be logged in with your net ID.
You have to log in with your.
Okay, so that's the next thing. Because I know, like,
Yeah.
because do you remember at Adam's web design workshop, like his senior year, we had that like,
Random girl that showed up.
well, there was that girl, and there was also that like retired guy who came down from Baltimore to come to his web design workshop.
Yo.
Like a 70-year-old guy.
Dang.
How did he get?
Yeah.
Just a random guy.
I literally two guys came down from Baltimore.
I
to,
feel
like,
bad.
come to our web design workshop.
I mean, did he like
And, like,
it?
I didn't
Well,
know.
yeah, he thought it was good. I mean, it was a good event. Yeah, we had a good turnout too. But like something, I'm just wondering if like that could happen using OrgSync.
Possibly.
Yeah.
The majority of OrgSync is internal to GW,
Yeah.
but then we can set up a public-facing website that could replace the blog we have there now. So that would still be publicly available to see what events we have there.
What?
Hold on.
So if you guys ever want to do research, this is how I spend my weekend.
Look,
Yeah,
can I
turn
see,
the-
can I move?
If you want volume.
You clicked ambient and I got an email. Is that related at all, or is that just?
No.
Wait, what the heck?
I don't understand.
That's what Mark does with his life.
This what doing research is like?
Wait, the buttons
You live-
don't
you
switch.
live- Mark,
This is why I
Yeah,
wanted to go
that's-
through this this summer.
Listen to it. You live again.
They don't flip though.
Yeah.
Well, the way they're set up,
Yeah, you
they
should put a
press
pic-
and they
they're
automatically
rockers.
come back.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, okay.
rockers, not toggles.
Wait, so I don't get this.
What exactly do you do? Oh, and how do you change
This is
your?
like half my job is literally sitting here pressing this button.
But I don't guess it. Like what exactly are you
It's not
pressing
even
buttons for?
This is literally what I spent.
Are you satisfied with that,
Last night.
Mr. Tentindo? Mr. Tentindo, are you satisfied with that?
Okay.
Just pressing buttons. Oh, okay, what's the other one?
Financial president and
Oh, cool.
It'll also make buying things on our side a lot easier. We don't have to go get approval before we buy stuff, so there's no more EAFs.
What do you mean?
Wait,
We can,
Okay.
once it all gets set up in July, supposedly they're doing away with EAFs, and we can request to use our funding through that. They approve it, and then we
This is like the annoying
CSE to
song.
buy stuff.
Uh-huh.
So we don't have to get all the signatures on EAFs and whatnot that we do now.
Thank
You
God.
still have to go there to use a credit card to buy the stuff, but it's still be much easier.
Yeah.
what happens when you push this button?
We
Why are
sadly
you
Brandon
paying money to
feels
push
the-
this button?
What is wrong?
Brandon
Selects
hates the
the temperature of this calibration source that we use to calibrate our instruments. I spent months of time calibrating.
So much time that you created
I'm not on
an
that.
app that allows you to do
It's the
that.
first thing I've ever done in JavaScript.
This is why I want to do anything besides change the lights. This is what everyone says. It's like you sit around and do things like that.
Okay.
So that's what we have on OrgSync. That's all we have in general, unless Chris wants to talk about Pebble.
I mean, I can.
Talk about Pebble.
Yeah, sure. It
Pebble,
works
Pebble.
now, so I can actually show a function if you want. Yeah, let's log in.
What are we talking about?
Pebble.
Chris can talk about
What
Pebble.
is Pebble?
He's gonna explain.
What?
I'm sorry? I was planning to, there was something I wanted to talk about that might not end up being happening, but I can answer a question if you have a question.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, I might push, as with a lot of other things, I push it off to next semester because I'm not prepared
Well, yeah.
to all the presentations which I would want to do, so.
You have to put, you have to.
Yeah, drawing tech like.
Well, what exactly is a research?
Mark, what exactly do you do?
So we use passive and active instruments to determine foliage levels and to measure soil moisture remotely.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ain't saying that anymore, or if that brings you lots of joy. Just look at sadness that it brings
Which
you.
I'm more familiar with Objective-C. So my.
Well, there's two reactions I get. I either get, that sounds boring as hell, or remote sensing.
You know what a cube is, right?
Oh,
Mark, it's literally designed these
So
shows
that
to
means that,
simulate them and not this
you-
button pushing you on a day-to-day basis.
Like that view is now, whatever it is.
It is that
So
boring.
that is
The
now.
creating a drama program and pushing the button is a better, you have found that that is a better use of your time than actually pushing said button.
I mean, like the window. Again,
Hopefully as of today, I should be done pressing the button.
So, this is my comp sci or intro to C final project that we chose to do. We wanted to make an app for a Pebble, which is a smartwatch. If you don't know, all of the so
Oh god, make it go away.
all of the code for watch apps, it's written in C, so it makes it pretty easy. It just uses a lot of sort of predefined functions that are in Pebble's library. Let's see.
Where'd you get the library from? Did you download it or something?
I can explain how we wrote it. So our plan was to make an app that allowed you to order, well, we called it Bari Bucks, but I mean it could be any coffee shop. You could go through, like, set your name, set, what items you want to order, and then it would take all of that information, send it off somewhere so it can actually be, prepared. And we pretty much succeeded. I'll just show you what the app looks like. This is Pebble's own online ID that has an emulator. Bigger. So this is what the app actually looks like on the watch. On the main screen, you have like place an order. You can check your card balance, which right now just shows a random total. You can bring up a map, which is a screenshot of Google Maps. Mailbox. That's it. You can change your initials, so when the order is sent, they'll actually have an identifier to it. So this would be easier than actually putting in your name. This option, so I can set that. I can go through and place my order. So I can say I want a coffee.
Middle name?
I can choose like the size of coffee. I can go through. So now it says my order's been submitted, and what that does, it actually sends the info to a JavaScript that is in here too, and it uses an email client. So I just got a text message that has the whole order in it with my name and all of the items that I ordered. So that could be like an email, so whatever, at a coffee shop, so they can actually get your order.
That's crazy.
It's in here.
What class is this for? Or
Intro to C.
Intro to
Using
C,
JavaScript.
yes, so hardcore.
Intro to C, like, okay.
Wow.
Intro to C class I took elsewhere was nothing like this.
Yeah,
You were
no,
already
you-
thinking-
You wanted to do
Oh, you
something
decided?
a little more interesting.
You
Yeah.
decided that you're just gonna do something way, you're just gonna outdo everyone
It's
else.
kind of a
What a
long
power.
program.
Wow. Wow.
But a lot of it repeats. It's
Yeah, I can
So
see
wait,
all those
hold up.
combinations.
Wow. Wait, so you are a comp sci major, right?
They're all up
I'm a
from
Mackie.
scratch.
So I'm a yo.
Yeah, Becky,
Yeah.
woo!
That's crazy.
Be
Good job.
prepared
Good
to
job.
never use this again.
What made you
except
take
for
Intro
math
to
lab.
C?
yeah.
We have to.
I don't know why it gives me all these.
You guys are supposed to take Intro to C.
No,
Yeah.
we take intro to C, and that's about the
And
only
how did you learn to use the Cloud Pebble? Like, did you?
They have a lot of documentation, like guides.
That takes time. I wish I could learn stuff without spending time. That
Tosin,
was-
how's your POP project going?
Yeah, like I'm not started. You guys, you've not even spoken to us about it in class. Like, oh, it's due. When is it due?
You know when it's due?
Next Monday?
Yeah.
Like the physical thing, we're presenting it.
No.
Intro this.
Reports.
Oh, the reports are due on Monday. Oh, wow.
Professor Carr. We did it like our preliminary.
Okay,
Our
so
final one's on Thursday.
so wait, hold up. So the report is due on Monday. When do we actually present,
Oh, yeah.
or do we not?
Either the Friday after that or the Tuesday after that.
And what do we do in the reports? Is there a template or format online?
I think someone's doing that.
Okay. Sorry, I'm asking you all this. Oh, can I talk to you quickly about my project before I leave?
No. What?
Okay, so my aspect of my project is to do the hardware, to just literally build hardware. So my essentially our project is on how to take using device, by using device computers.
Thanks, Chris.
Sure.
So now, what I'm doing is building hardware. System on Arduino, microprocessor, YouTube, display, user, all of that. So I
All right. Well, thank you, Chris, and thank you, Mark and Brandon, for talking about all of our stuff and spending like everything but a buck.
$1.76.
Can we buy something with that
We
$1.76?
buy something at Barry Bucks Coffee for $1.76.
I think you can buy a small coffee. Yeah.
How did you guys do the Barry Box logo?
Photoshop.
Yeah.
You guys are pros.
Alright.
Just
This
Copy the
meeting
white
is
layer.
Dismissed.
Dimitri for
Paste it over
2016.
the.
We don't care about Hillary. JK.
Should I
Match
end this
that.
now?
Dimitri.
Dimitri.
2016.
Okay, so why was it to ask?
No one else wants to